So here we are, we're sitting at the port helm. The port helm is the main helm. We have a starboard helm as well. The starboard helm just simply has a compass there. There are times when you'd be over on the starboard side because it's easier to see when you're sailing. The other thing with the helms, having two helms, is that they're independently connected. If, for example, a cable broke or something and you had no steering, you simply go over to the other one and that one should be fine. On here we have our helm, of course. We have our two main engine controls, our compass, and we have some instruments. We have a chart plotter that gives us our position as well as the chart of where we are on the water all the time. And that is connected into all of these three things. This one is an autopilot, and the autopilot is fairly simple to use. We'll show you that one in a moment. These ones here, they can be many different screens. This is the wind screen. Currently this is our vessel. You can see the boat, it's pointing forward, and this is where the wind is coming from. This is our wind speed, and this is true wind direction. If I press this button, it gives different headings, different things. A depth, just some information, a latitude, longitude, course over ground, time, etc, etc. I actually find this one to be very useful. Other than the wind, if I'm sailing, or the rest of the time, I typically have this one. It gives me my boat speed and it gives me my depth. The depth is also up on the chart plotter here, which is obviously a very important thing. Moreton Bay being very shallow, there's lots of sandy patches that are very shallow. There's very few hard things to hit, but there's lots of sand that you can run into. It's never normally a big deal. With the engine controls, of course we have throttles here, and we have our engine panels. To work the engine panels, it's simply you press the power button and it'll come on. Once it's come on and the alarm starts to sound, you can just press start, and there we're running. Make sure the oil light goes out, and that's our speed. Same on this one. Now if it was a really cold day and the engine didn't want to start, you could perhaps hold the glow plug for a few seconds. We're subtropical here, you're probably never going to need that. So once again, just hit start. In order to stop them, you just simply hit the stop button. And then you wait for the tach to come right down to zero. Once it comes down to zero, you can press power. Maybe. And they'll go off. The throttles are very simple to use, just like an automatic. This starboard motor, port motor. Going forward, they click into gear, and then I'll just start them up. They just simply click into gear, and now that's in forward gear. And then pushing further increases the RPM, engine goes faster. Clicking it into reverse, that's now in reverse, going faster, increases your RPM. Fairly simple. There is something else that you can do with these. Let's say you decide that you need to charge your house batteries up. You've been sitting somewhere and you need to charge your batteries. What you can do is you can pull this lever out, and then it works without going into gear. So now I can increase the speed of the engine, and I can bring them up to about 2000 RPM, and that will charge the batteries much faster than if it was just at idle. Same again, pull them out and just go forwards and bring them up to about 2000 RPM. Going any higher than that doesn't charge the batteries any quicker. So you can see we've come up, and now we're charging the batteries fairly quickly. Just come back and they simply will drop back into place. We'll stop them. for the tacks to go to 0.